You've all heard about regenerative braking and how it can charge your car's battery, but how efficient is it? Can you actually charge for free while going downhill? Welcome back to the channel, stick around to find out. I've arrived at the base of the mountain we want to climb. It's that one over there. The difference in altitude will be around 850 meters, and the entire journey will be about 9 kilometers. So let's see how the regen will work and how much of charge we will get by going downhill. To have a baseline, my current trip was about 40 kilometers. And the average consumption was 126.9 watts hour per kilometer. We have about 57.8% battery, and the summer trip, since I've changed the tires to the summer ones, you see I have an average consumption of 127.8 watts hour per kilometer. So let's see what's the percentage of the battery that we will end up with in this place after our round trip to the mountain and back. We are almost 5 kilometers into the drive, and we have an average of 640 watts hour per kilometer. That's a lot. So 49.4% battery with an average of 629 watts hour per kilometer. We did like 9.2 kilometers up until here, and now let's go down and see if we can get back to that 57.8% battery. I doubt it, but yeah, let's see how far ahead can we go with charging the battery. I don't know if it's visible, but this line over here, it's green, which means that we are using regenerative braking. I'm not braking at all, and we are charging the battery. I never noticed up until now that this consumption graph actually goes up when you go up downhill, but it makes sense. But I'm used to seeing it the other way around, seeing it decrease, because usually that's what you do. You consume the battery level, not charge it during a drive. So far, no brakes applied. That will give us the best efficiency, because we will solely be using regenerative braking, and we will be charging the battery instead of just wasting energy on the brakes. Weird enough, I see the charging line discontinued at the bottom. Usually you see that when it's very cold outside and you cannot use the regenerative braking at its full potential. But I've noticed that if you go downhill and if you use regen for a while, it limits the amount you can use it. But I've never seen this green line go all the way down. So yeah, I guess that limit that we have right now doesn't really matter. Okay, so that was the test. Let's see some stats. So after climbing 851 meters of altitude and about 9.2 kilometers, these are the stats. We started with a 57.8% state of charge and ended up back with 53.6%. Our round-trip average consumption was about 134.5 watts-hour per kilometer for the 18.5 kilometers that we've driven. We reached the top with 49.4% state of charge, averaging 629 watts-hour per kilometer. That's a consumption of about 8.4% from this Tesla Model 3 long-range battery. What does that mean? We actually ended up consuming around 4.2% of the battery for the entire round trip, because of the regenerative braking we took advantage of on our way back. After doing some math, I ended up with these two numbers. The net charging, 268 watts-hour per kilometer, or around 11.2 kilowatts, but the car's computer said that we actually charged 5.5% of the battery. That means that we charged with 350 watts-hour per kilometer, meaning about 14.7 kilowatts. So why two figures? Because we were not charging every second of our way down. We were charging most of the time, but there were instances in which we were actually consuming some energy or we had a net zero. So that's why if we only take into account the charging moments, we reach that figure of 350 watts-hour per kilometer, or about 14.7 kilowatts. But all in all, in a real-world scenario, the more relevant figure is the 11.2 kilowatts. That's interesting because 11 kilowatts, it's the maximum level 2 charging that this car can do. Of course, you can charge with 250 kilowatts at a supercharger, but at a level 2 charger, that's the max. So going downhill is at least as fast as plug it in a level 2 charger. And it's way faster than using the wall connector, at least here in Europe, which can only do about 7.2 kilowatts. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, like, share, subscribe, and see you again in the next one.